All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Good to have you guys back again. Champions League settings now. I love it. Champions League football is just different flavor of football. It's fantastic. And we've got a blockbuster. You know, all of these matches are going to be blockbusters, to be honest, these quarterfinals. But Man City, Atletico Madrid, you cannot have two teams that are so separate, so different from their philosophies, and it's the perfect matchup. A team that looks to control possession and a team that allows you to control possession. You know, they love to play without the ball, so it's a perfect case scenario. Let me just sort my stream out, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are all doing good. Princeton, good to see you. Child of King, good to see you as well. Princeton, when you look up to our knockout stage, everyone looking to take up a revenge. Revenge where we got Real Madrid waiting in quarterfinals, and if we beat them, the next team will be either City or Atletico. Yeah, man, everyone's looking for revenge against us. I'm confident. I'm confident against Real Madrid, to be honest. Not overly confident, not like overconfident, but I'm confident that we should be able to do the job. Jeff Knightley, good to see you, my man. Give me 1 second, guys.
It's fascinating to see, as you say, those.
There we go. Cool. Got my setup ready. Nippon Sports, good to see you, my man. Let's get this live score up and buzzing. The Champions League music is getting played. Love that, man. Such a wonderful music that. These are the champions. All right. We'll bring up the lineup very, very soon. Okay, so. All right. How you guys feeling about this match? What's your score prediction? We've got the setup ready, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look at the lineup. This is the City lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Edison in goalkeeping position. We all knew. Galib, good to see you, my man. John Stones in right back. Interesting. No, Kyle Walker. Laporte, Nathan Ake. Wow. Do they have injuries or something? João Cancelo, Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, Ilkay Gundogan, Riyad Mahrez, Sterling, Bernardo Silva. I mean, it's a stunning midfield and up front. I'm just want to have a quick look. Stefan, Scott Carson, Gabriel Jesus, Grealish, Zinchenko. Yeah, they must have injuries. They definitely have Kyle Walker and Ruben Diaz as injured, which is going to be quite interesting to see how they manage this match. And this is the Atletico Madrid team, ladies and gentlemen. Antoine Griezmann, João Felix, Ronan Lodi, Koke, Kondogbia, Marcus Llorente, Sime Veselko, Reinildo, Felipe, Stefan Savic, Jan Oblak. Ronan Lodi is one to look out for, and 100% João Felix. Obviously, they've got Griezmann up front, Koke, Llorente. They're all very, very good players, ladies and gentlemen. They're set up brilliantly for the counter attack, and they can defend. They off the ball work rate is incredible. But look at that Man City lineup as well: Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, Ilkay Gundogan, Riyad Mahrez, Raheem Sterling, Bernardo Silva. That's hot. That is really hot. And not to forget João Cancelo from that left side is very, very good as well. In terms of Atletico Madrid's bench, they've got Rodrigo De Paul, Luis Suarez, Angel Correa, Thomas Lemar. They've got players that they can, call upon. This is going to be a very, very exciting game, ladies and gentlemen. I've said it from the get-go. I'm not ruling out City. I'm not ruling out Advaid, my man. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, miss. Nice to join you on the Watchalong.
Nah, man, 100%. Hopefully this is going to be a good game. We have kicked off, ladies and gentlemen. Man City versus Atletico Madrid is off and running. Advait, I was just saying, I'm not going to discount Atletico. In fact, I think they may have a good chance of going through. You saw the lineup. What
Yeah.
do you think about both the lineups, man?
Yeah, you know what? I think uh, first things first. I mean, I think Man City obviously have quality in their lineup, and we all know the kind of um, the way they like to play, and we all know that they are sort of favorites for this whole competition. But as you say, Atletico are a massive unit, and especially defensively, and they know
Mm,
how to irritate you with a low block. And I really I mean I could be wrong, but I really don't think it's gonna be that straightforward for Man City because Simeone's men, they are expert in their defensive abilities. So you know what? I think as much as I don't want to support Atletico Madrid because it's an arch rival to my club, I also I also like to see the odd upsets, and
yes.
I wouldn't really mind Atletico going through, and I'm sure we both are in the same situation because whoever goes through in our tie gets to
Yeah.
face either Man City or Atletico, and obviously this shouldn't be even a debate that we take Atletico over Man City, right?
Yes.
So that is,
100%.
yeah, that's how I look at it. So I really don't think it's going to be as straightforward for Man City as many of I'm seeing a lot on social media and everything. I really don't think it's going to be as straightforward, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're held on a nil-nil or a 1-1 or something like that at the Etihad, or probably even a nil-nil because that's something that Simeone specializes in with the away games. So I won't be surprised if it's a nil-nil, to be honest.
Yeah, man, I agree with you as well. Like Simeone, one thing his team is so well accustomed to do is how to play football without the ball. It sounds strange. How do you play
Yeah,
football without the ball? But this is what these guys do. They love to defend. They actually love to defend. And already I'm seeing a backline of five. When without the ball, then they've got three just in front and then two up front. So you can understand how they're going to set up. And you're right, man. They're probably setting up for a nil-nil and then um, take it to their home ground and see whatever they are capable of doing. But you know what? I agree as well. Like it's not gonna be. I mean, that's what I'm predicting. That it's not gonna be straightforward for Man City. Ooh, AK with a big tackle there. But I mean, Advait, I wanted to say yes, it's not going to be easy, and Atletico Madrid do enjoy defending, but it's not to say they don't have attacking threat as well. João
yeah,
Felix,
100%. Yeah,
Griezmann, Ronan Lodi, um, Lorente, they've got specialist players. I mean, you'll notice their stats, Advait, and you watch La Liga a lot. They'll get like three chances, they'll take two chances. Like they're
yeah.
very efficient with whatever they create. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. And it's we keep saying Atletico is a defensive unit, and they like to keep the low block, but I think that doesn't mean that they don't have the attacking prowess up front, and we all know how good João Felix is, and he's been in a good run of form. He also
Mm,
scored, I think, twice on the in the weekend in La Liga, and
yep.
he's been scoring consistently. Now he's had that consistent good run of form. So they aren't the kind of team that would I don't know, just defend, defend, defend. They can attack if they get given the chances. Yes, they're good defensively, but I mean you cannot write off their front line. You have Griezmann, you have João Felix, Suarez. He might be old, but then he still got that
Mm,
that fire to strike the ball. So it's just not just about defense. It's it's all about it's the entire game, and which out of which defense definitely plays a crucial part of how they like to set up.
100%,
So
man. 100%. they're a very smart team. And when it comes to Champions League, they've now got good history as well over the last 10 to 12 years, um, where they've done very well. I'm pretty sure they've made it to the final. How many times did they make it to the final, Advaith? Probably three times in the last 15 years.
Yeah, I think it should be at least two, three. I mean, one I know for sure because we faced them and we
Yeah,
beat
you
them.
guys faced them. Yeah.
So yeah, so I think they
Oh, did you
did.
guys face them twice? Did you guys face them twice in the final?
Oh yeah, yeah. 2013, 14. Yeah, the famous Ramos header equalizer. That was
Yeah, yeah,
Atletico, and again 2016, 17 was again Atletico. Yeah,
yeah,
we did face them
yeah.
twice.
I think they've only made it twice to the final, and both the times it
Yeah,
was against you guys.
yeah. And I mean, the 13, 14, I still remember. I was in, I think I think I was still in school or something at that time. I was in probably in high school or something like that. And
Yeah,
midnight game. I had school the next day, but you know what, Champions
that's
League final,
crazy.
can't miss it. Can't miss it. And I thought 92nd minute, 93rd minute, 93 48, 92 48 is the famous time frame for Ramos.
Sergio
I was like,
Ramos, Sergio
90th
Ramos.
minute, 90th minute, they're leading 1-0. You know what? It's done. It's done. And then out of nowhere, Modric puts in the
That
cross, and
bullet
it
header, bro.
goes.
I still remember that
Yeah,
bullet header.
I I went absolutely crazy. I mean, that was a time when I wasn't a full-fledged football supporter. I was just a Real Madrid guy. I used to watch only Real Madrid games. I wasn't more of a football enthusiast back then because I was just starting out. So that was just memories, man. I mean, that Champions League win,
But that was such a
and then
heartbreaker for Atletico Madrid, man. They
yeah,
did not deserve to lose that. I think they actually, I remember, they played really well. They were winning 1-0
yeah, they were,
till the
yeah,
90th, 94th minute, which was mad.
yeah,
Ja
which was
Felix, Ja
insane.
Felix with the ball. Uh, yeah, go on, bro.
Yeah, and then yeah, I was gonna say, in extra time, obviously we got that three more goals, but up until then it was just. I think this is what is about the mentality of our club, or at least it used to be back then, because it was just never about giving up, and we also have that mentality now because,
Yeah,
but
you
of
didn't
course
give up
it's
against PSG, man.
yeah, yeah,
It looked like it was finished, but the
yeah.
way you came
So
back was incredible.
yeah, I think that is something that is rooted in our DNA, and it was something that was more emphasized, I would say, back then as it is now. Obviously, we do have that mentality still, but then back then it was just something else, and you just couldn't write us off. And then all the three-peating the Champions League and all that. It was all about that mentality. So that is just something that even more enhanced my support for the club because we never gave up. And yeah,
Advaid, a lot of the live chat are talking about Ja Felix possibly doing an audition for City. I mean,
yeah, I
could you
don't think.
possibly picture this? Ja Felix to Manchester City? Is he someone that Pep Guardiola, I mean, depends on if Pep Guardiola sticks around as well. I'm not really sure how many more seasons he's going to be at City. But do you see this happening
Yeah,
at all? Jean Felix to Man City?
to be honest, no. I don't see him. At least I don't know if it is him not leaving or Atletico not letting him leave. I just don't see him leaving Atletico for at least a year. I
I
wouldn't
mean, I
say
mean,
even
what is the
two
what is the
years.
conversation? What is the conversation at the moment? Is there any rumors of Jean Felix leaving Atletico at all?
Actually, last summer there was a huge rumor where they had actually Barcelona were working on a swap deal for Griezmann and João Felix, and Atletico's answer was just straight up no, we don't want to do that. So that really didn't work out there. But I don't know if he was actually keen on moving to Barcelona or it was just part of the business. But I don't know if he's actually, keen on a move away. I think he seems to be pretty happy there. I
I
mean, there was a
I can't
point where
see
he
Diego
was, yeah,
Simeone. I can't see Diego Simeone letting go of his possibly best player. Like he's their
yeah,
best player at the moment. I'd have to say.
100%. Yeah, especially in attack, he's definitely the best player. You have Griezmann, but he's not all that consistent. And Suarez is
Mm.
old, so Joao Felix is definitely the talisman in attack, and I can't see Atletico or Simeone letting him leave. I don't know if he was kind of, I don't know, he was little unhappy of his situation like a few months ago, but then now I think it has changed. I mean, definitely with the way he's been playing and his form, and you know. I don't think that Atletico, they paid like what 126 million or
Yeah,
something
there you
for
go.
him. So
Felix
I
cost
don't think
Athletic
they're gonna,
120
yeah,
million.
yeah, 120, 126, something like that. So I just don't think they're gonna sell him that easily. So I don't see him
Mm.
leaving at least for a good couple of years.
And now, if anything, in the recent, KTB inside the box, it's gone out for a corner, ladies and gentlemen. Man City are, as predicted, all over Atletico Madrid, but Atletico Madrid so far not looking too concerned for the time being. Um, I think, if anything, the recent form over the last, let's say, 2 to 3 months,
Yeah,
where João Felix has been extremely, extremely good, and he's catching the eyes of a lot of the people worldwide. If anything, he's not going to come cheap either. I know Atletico bought him for 120, 126, what you just said. I'm not sure whether they're going to get that level of money, but I'm pretty sure it'll have to be at least 100 million or more, as Sakabo Offense is saying he's not going to come for cheap.
yeah, definitely, and at least 100 million. That is, I think, the minimum because they have to like balance their books surely, and
Mm.
and he is kind of that kind of player now because you know as you said, he's like the main guy in their attack. So it gets difficult to if you want to let go of such a player, and it's only if you have such an exceptional offer. Oh, I think Man City.
Oh, it's a foul. No, they're in the box. Is it a foul? Foul given. No?
Wow,
No,
Sterling
no foul
really,
given.
Sterling really went through. Huh?
Yeah. Yes.
Grealish isn't playing, right? I
No,
don't think
Grealish isn't
he's.
playing. They've got Grealish in the bench. Gabriel
Yeah,
Jesus, Grealish, Zinchenko, Phil Foden. Yeah, man, they got a lot of firepower, not only in their starting lineup but also in their
yeah.
bench.
It's the squad depth, man. I mean,
It's
it's just
incredible.
Man City's squad depth. I think is probably the best in
Hmm.
in Europe. I would say, and the fact that they continue to invest and improve is, I think the way that mean it's just people keep saying oil club and all that, but that is true. But the way they've run is also
Yeah,
pretty
I mean,
exceptional.
look, you can have all the money, but if you're run like an idiot, well, there's not going
Yeah,
to be much,
yeah,
um, benefit as
yeah.
well. The thing with Man City
Classic.
is,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, go on,
yeah.
bro.
You were saying. Yeah, yeah, I was just saying, classic example of that is PSG. You
PSG,
have
yeah,
all the money.
PSG,
Yeah,
yeah,
you have all the money and all the stuff, but where does that get you eventually?
yeah. Man City are a proper, well-oiled machine. Not only they have
Yeah,
money, but they're run so well, so efficiently. It's not funny at all.
yeah,
Wait, give me 1 second. I'm just going to quickly go for a toilet
yeah,
break. I'll be back, okay? Just
yeah,
talk to the live chat.
yeah.
I'll
Sure.
be back in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So first goal is huge in this game. Yeah, definitely. If Man City get the first goal, I feel it's definitely it's gonna be a huge turning point for them. And if Atletico get the first goal, I think they're just gonna, I would say, park the bus. Is La Liga over? Real has won. What do you think, mate? I actually don't think it's over. Yes, we are like 9 points ahead, but you know what? I think there's still some stuff to go because the way we've been playing, and honestly, it's not even funny when I say this. We've actually not been playing all that well, and Barcelona, the way they've picked up, it's just immense. And if they continue to win their games, and if we even drop few points, and I know we have big games coming up, such as Sevilla, Atletico Madrid, and even Betis, they're in the top five. If we drop points against them, it's really going to be a classic bottle of the La Liga. So I really don't think La Liga is over. We might be 9 points clear, but then the way we've been playing, kind of gives a lot of doubt. And if we are able to sustain that lead, because Sevilla, Atletico Madrid, and Barcelona now are in huge. They're in a huge up. They've been on the up, so we really have to pick ourselves up and win games consistently. Favorite Premier League team? Grade A here. To be honest, I don't have a favorite. I just watch the Premier League because I'm a football enthusiast. I watch a lot of the games, especially Chelsea's, Man City's, Man United, Liverpool sometimes. So I would say I don't have a favorite Premier League team, but yeah, my favorite team is obviously Real Madrid. So I watch the Premier League because I do feel that it is the best league in the top five. Even though I advocate for La Liga, but um, I have to agree that Premier League is just a notch above. So I watch it for the quality of football. So not really have a favorite, but I do have a few favorite players. I think especially at Chelsea, I really do like Kai Havertz. I think we were linked with him, but because of the pandemic, we couldn't get him. So yeah,
Yeah, I was actually reading up on that particular news. Kai
yeah,
Havertz linked with Real Madrid. I remember that. I remember
actually, yeah,
how um, you guys were linked with Kai Havertz, but the pandemic, obviously, we took advantage of
yeah.
that situation.
I think you were the only club that were, financially in a position to make a deal because Barcelona were interested. They were absolutely finished. We were
Mm,
interested. We were sort of finished. Then we had Bayern Munich. They are also finished in the financial terms back then. So I think only Chelsea were sort of they took advantage of the situation and nabbed
mm.
a really promising guy.
We did a madness during that transfer
Yeah,
window. We got Timo
exactly.
Werner, Hakim Ziyech, Kai
Yeah,
Havertz, Ben Chilwell. Um, yeah, few
I
players
think
didn't
Liverpool
work
have
out, but
scored.
it is what it is.
I think Liverpool have scored, unsurprisingly.
Oh yeah, we should actually try and I should actually bring that up. Liverpool away from home. I mean, it doesn't matter anyway at the stage. Ibrahim Konate.
Konate, wow.
Wow. Let's have that out as well. Interesting. Yeah, we'll have that going on the side. Um,
Yeah, Subrajoti was asking, are you nervous for tomorrow or it's like more confident than nervous? I actually am nervous. I can't even lie. I am nervous and I am, at the same time, I'm looking forward to the game. I'm like really excited, can't wait for it. I hope it's a more, even matchup because the last time we did a Real Madrid watch along on Mrs. Channel, it was an absolute horror show, which I don't want to be part of again. So I hope it's a more
uh,
even matchup. And I am nervous. I can't lie. Chelsea are a good team. Whatever happened at the weekend, I am. If I say this, I said this on Twitter as well. I mean, as Real Madrid fans, if you look at Chelsea's game against Brentford, and if you get fooled by that, then there is no point in this doesn't show your understanding of football and the club because that's probably just for me in my eyes I think that was just like a one-off game, and I'd like to
mm,
say that for the Clasico as well. I think that was a one-off game for us, and same
mm,
thing for Brentford because that doesn't give an accurate story of what we can
nah.
expect. So I
Yeah.
am nowhere getting fooled by that. So I am more than nervous, and more than the squad. I think it's the manager, because if you look at his record, he's never lost to us. I mean, I get he's played like few games, like very few games, but he has never lost to Real Madrid. Whether he was at Dortmund, whether he was at PSG, and now at Chelsea, the man just knows how to how to play
Oh
against us.
yeah,
So which is
The Dortmund,
yeah,
Tuchel's Dortmund beat you guys as well to get to the final,
yes,
right?
yeah, yep, yeah, and that he just knows how to play versus us. So it's just you guys have like a quality manager. So it's just I am nervous, of course, and confident in my team, yes, but not overconfident, because that's just gonna go the other way.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys can stick around. Straight after this, I've already made the video. It's a short sort of pre-recorded video for the preview, so that will be up. And I said it in my preview as well, Advait. I'm confident, but I'm not overconfident. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I completely respect Real Madrid and what they've done, but at the same time, I feel like you can be beaten. Just like you guys probably think that you can beat us. I don't
yeah.
think
I mean,
you should be overly scared of Chelsea, but at the same time, we're not scared of Real Madrid as well. I think only teams that need to be scared of are probably Man City, wild shot there from Ilkay Gundogan. Um,
sends it for six, as you said.
yeah, Man City and Bayern Munich are probably, and maybe Liverpool, but then again, I'm
Liverpool,
not
yeah.
scared of Liverpool. Like, we've played them and we should have beaten them this season at least once, if not twice. Um, if we emulate last season's formula against you guys, intensity, press, run you guys ragged. Do you know what I mean? Because your midfield and your defense, there are certain individuals that just the legs are gone. Their legs are gone.
Yeah,
If
midfield mostly. Yeah,
yeah, if we can take advantage of that, I think we should be all right. Vinny, big up to you, my man. Big up, Miz. I'm currently struggling with mental health at the moment, but I'll get there soon. Hope you're all okay. Vinny, sincerely, I hope you're doing all right, my
yeah,
man. Mental health is very important. Um, yeah, make sure you're close to family. Make sure you're close to your friends. Keep talking. Um, and I hope you recover and I hope you get better well, man. If you need anything, just reach out as well, my man. Um, yeah,
yeah.
mental
I
health
hope you
is
feel.
a,
Yeah, yeah. Man, I hope you feel better soon. It's no joke, and
it's no joke. It really isn't
yeah,
any joke. Mental health, I'm telling you,
yeah,
it,
yeah. It's
it
serious.
is devastating. Yeah,
Yeah. So I hope you feel better soon, man.
good stuff, man. Good stuff. In Life No Limits, good to see you, my man. Who are these? Some of these people, I've got no idea. Yanni, good to see you, my man. Miz, do you also think Georgie is a must start tomorrow? Well, oh, oh man, come on, Atletico. Um, I don't know if he's a must start. I definitely didn't have him starting in my preview, but I also said in my preview, and make sure you guys all check out the preview, that I wouldn't mind or I wouldn't be upset if Jorginho started. It would make sense. If it's Jorginho Kante, that's the same combination we had last season against Real Madrid and did a madness, that combination. Once that deep, intercepted, made sure the build up from the back was very clean, made sure everything was sort of tidy from the backside. And then the other one, Kante, was just box to box and just creating havoc, getting into space, open space, a lot of the time in that Real Madrid midfield. So I don't mind that. But in my preview, I've actually gone with Kovacic and Kante. The reason being is both of them are robust. Now you're going to say, well, who stays back? They'll each have to take turn. They'll have to communicate with each other as to who takes turn to stay back. But the reason I want Kovacic is you're going to get a lot more progressive passes. And I need that against Real Madrid to penetrate them. Us being at home, we should score. We need to score. I know home leg goals and all of that don't count anymore. But at the end of the day, this is our home game. We need to win. And if we can get ourselves a 2-0 buffer, I think that'll be fantastic. So for me, either Kante, Kovacic, or Kovacic, Jorginho, I'm okay with. I feel like Kovacic needs to start, but I'm not going to be surprised if it's Kante, Jorginho. I'm okay with that. I mean, are they? Which combination would you be most worried about from a Real Madrid's point of view? Which double pivot combination that you think, ooh, I don't want to see that?
Yeah, the one which you just said, Kante Kovacic, because
Mm.
Kovacic, I mean, Kovacic, as we all know, I mean, he was at Real Madrid for a few years. We all know of his ability to be progressive in the way he makes his passes and, create chances as well. I think he can be, good in the midfield for you guys and sort of have that extra legs, as you said. And talking about legs, I mean, you can't rule out Kante. The man
Oh,
just runs
it's
around
like two
everywhere, and
players.
yeah, it's just two players in one. So he has insane work rate and all that. So I think that would definitely be, I mean, that would be your strongest pivot in my opinion for tomorrow. And
Mm.
yeah, as you said, midfield, it can that again that depends on who he actually starts. If he's gonna make the stupid mistake of starting Cruz, Casemiro, Modric, then it's pretty much lights out because you're gonna be able to run past them easily. And
Yeah.
there also was a report from I think a pretty reliable pretty reliable journalist rather, who said after we drew Chelsea,
Mm.
supposed heavyweight in our Real Madrid dressing room told Ancelotti that what, last year it was all physical. They just ran over us. Supposedly a
Mm.
heavyweight told Ancelotti that it was all physical. They just ran over us. We were
Mm.
just physically finished. I mean, you know what? I'm just exaggerating, but that's
Yeah,
what he
yeah,
told
yeah, yeah,
Ancelotti.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I think supposedly Ancelotti made a note of that. So I hope he, doesn't make the mistake of starting the good old, the trio, which we all love, but it
Mm.
ain't gonna work against Chelsea. So
Surely
I
Valverde
really
has to
want to
play
see.
for you. Valverde would have to
Yeah,
start.
100%, 100%. I would even, start Kamavinga and play Valverde as a, like a pseudo winger,
Mm-hmm.
because
With Modric.
yeah, with Modric and Casemiro, I think Cruz will have to sit this one out because he's just like he was the one who probably get run around the most if he were to start. So, but it all depends on Ancelotti what he decides to go with, and if he's the first things first, if he's gonna actually be there in person. So we'll have to see.
Yeah. What's the latest? Is he
The
feeling all right
latest,
or?
I think, I think he still tested positive for COVID. I think there was supposed to be another test now, and if he tests negative, then he'll be able to travel. So I haven't got any update on that yet, but I just hope he's able to travel because, if as much as I have my reservations on Ancelotti and the stuff he does, it's always
Mm.
good to have the manager in person there,
Of course,
and
of course. It's good to
yeah,
have your
so
gaffer for sure.
I'd rather have him there in person than him giving orders through, I don't know, like instructions through like video call or something like that, because that isn't
Zoom
as
call.
yeah.
Do you think they
So
have the issue of that 40 minutes, like 30 minutes time frame? Zoom.
come on, come on, come on, man. I mean,
They're
such
like,
a big club like that,
they're like,
they
cut
definitely
it.
have that. They
We don't have the
definitely have
money.
the subscription. They definitely have the subscription.
That's too funny, bro. Um, but yeah, ladies and gentlemen, 29 minutes gone. Man City 0, Atletico Madrid 0. As expected, it's not easy for Man City to open up Atletico Madrid. They're spamming crosses, and some of the crosses are just getting into no man's land, and then some of the crosses are getting dealt by Atletico Madrid. Look at, oh my god, Atletico has a 5-4, so they've got five, and then they've got four. It's just, and
Yeah,
it's the lowest block you can ever imagine. They're literally
yeah.
standing right beside Jan Oblak, so it's going to be long. It's going to be long. Uh, Sungula is saying, Miz, do you think that Pulisic will have a brilliant performance tomorrow? I I'm hoping he does. I'm hoping he does. He's been in good form. And last season, he had a very good performance against Real Madrid. I still remember that goal, long ball from Antonio Rudiger, and he got in at the end of it. Um, in recent times, his consistency has been better as well. So, and he's been rested against Brentford. I'm hoping he comes out all guns firing, and we've had a bit of break since Brentford as well. So, you know, he came in, he didn't play Brentford. He obviously would have arrested the last few days, and should be raring to go. We've got my man Ishan Badra. Big up, boys. Enjoy the match. See you all soon. Meanwhile, Coin Gang, smash that damn like button. That's free. I love it, man. Ishan, good to see you, my man. Nearly 50 of you guys are live right now. Smash the like button, as Ishan said. Make sure you get those likes up to 50 immediately. Um, yeah, this particular match, ladies and gentlemen, I think one goal could open. If City score a goal, I think that will
Yeah,
force Atletico Madrid to come out a little bit. But if Atletico scores first, I think that could be lights out. I mean,
that's pretty much it. I think they're just gonna sit, park the, I don't know, bus, you know, uh,
if
throw
Atletico
everything in
scores
it.
one, that they'll park two planes, right?
Yeah, they park the plane, submarine, everything. They'd want to keep that result. One goal, that's more than enough at Etihad for us. That's it. We'll play like, I don't know, six at the back or something like that.
Seven, bro. Seven at the back.
Seven.
Yeah. Nah, it's mad. Ryan is here as well. Good to see. The boys are here. Ryan is here. Ishan's here. Big up to you, Ryan, man. We shall see Ryan for tomorrow's match post to do the tactical analysis, and then obviously Advaid will be here for tomorrow's watch along. Obviously, his team versus our team. Ishan should be here as well. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Hopefully, it's entertaining match. Um, Ja Felix now with the ball, ladies and gentlemen. Kondogbia, long ball spread out.
To be fair, Atletico are pretty good in the transition, and that is what they have to do because of the way they play. And they kind of pass us the little one-twos they do. That's pretty good, and they've done it a few times in this game as well. While Man City have had their chances, but they're just not able to get through. Yeah, and they're just
Hmm.
spamming long shots.
Yeah, there we go. Another spamming long shot. All of this, I just feel like Atletico, they're just so patient. They're patient, patient, patient. They just want City to implode. As soon as you see 70th minute, nil-nil, 80th minute, nil-nil, you'll see some sort of madness from Pep Guardiola. He'll change the formation. He'll do this. He'll do that. And that's what Diego Simeone is waiting for. That
Yeah,
madness. He's waiting for Pep Guardiola to beat himself. And then Diego comes in, and you'll see one counter attack, boom, go.
yeah,
Um, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Luis Suarez who ends up scoring.
yeah. Off the bench,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah. So, Krishna, Burnley at least came out for a bit. Atletico are not bothered, bro. I'm telling you, you're comparing Atletico with Burnley. Atletico are masters at not being bothered. You cannot entice them. They will sit back. That's it. They're pretty much saying, you have the ball. You have all the ball. I don't care. I do not care. Um, it's mad.
We
Over
tried
to
to
you.
do that against PSG in the first leg, but unfortunately, in the added time, Mbappe did a bit of madness. But yeah,
Hmm.
Atletico are definitely one up over
Bro,
us in doing
what's
that.
going on with Mbappe? Is he changing his
Yeah.
mind? What's going on, bro? I thought it was
Ah,
done and dusted.
you know what? I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but I feel like all this is just a formality because the man has like 2 3 months left in Paris, and he probably doesn't want all the fans turning on him or saying something like that. So he's probably just doing all this for
Yeah, but
PR.
what's this conversation about perhaps Zidane coming in, and Zidane definitely wants Mbappe to stay there. And then Mbappe, I think, possibly wants to stay with Zidane as well.
But you know what? I think Zidane is has a dream of coaching the French national team, so I think he's gonna wait for
Mhm.
that over a PSG job. And if he goes to the French national team, then he'll anyway get to be coached under Zidane. So,
True, true, true.
and I
It's
don't think
honest.
Zidane is, yeah,
Honestly, Zidane should not take PSG, man. It's
yeah,
such a
yeah, 100%. And not only because of that, it's because he's pretty loyal to Martial. Is also City, and it's also a club actually in the League On, and he's from there, I think, and he's pretty loyal to that city and all that. So I don't think
Oh,
he'd want to,
is it then from Paris? I thought it was Marseille, wasn't he? No,
yeah, that's what I said.
no.
He's from
Oh,
Marseille.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Marseille. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, Marseille. He's from there, so I think, yeah. What I was trying to say is that he's not gonna switch his loyalty from there to Paris. He wouldn't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's also not about only about the city.
Money
It's
could do
also
that. Money
because
could
of
do
the club.
that. I bet.
Yeah, definitely, but I don't think he's the one behind money, to be honest, because when he left, he could have, demanded a payout from us, or something like that. But out of respect for the club and out of respect of his own decision, he didn't take
Mm.
a single penny out of his contract. He would have at least pocketed like 20 million or something like that. So
Oh wow.
I don't think he's behind the money. I think he just wants
I mean,
a
let's
good
face it.
structure.
Real Madrid gave him the break in terms of management, right?
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I think he just wants a good functioning structure with good backing, and you know the reason he left the second time is because he felt that there was a lot of negativity, unnecessary negativity being thrown at from the club. He felt that they were like feeding the media with some negativity and all that, and which he didn't like, and he's all about that respect. So I don't think he is gonna get that at PSG. So
I just don't think it's a right fit for him either. Like,
oh, Atletico through. Oh, it's offside.
oh, it's offside, man. It's offside. That guy was clear offside, whoever that was.
I think it
Um,
was Lorente.
Lorente. Look how
Oh, it was,
high Man City's line is as well. I mean,
yeah,
obviously it would be high because Atletico is so deep, but that defense at Vade of Man City, Laporte and AK, nicely intercepted that time. KDB's pass. That defense at Vade, AK and Laporte,
yeah,
with their defense being so high as well. Man, one proper counter attack, I think that can be done.
yeah, yeah. Definitely. I think I think it's definitely possible, and I think Liverpool have scored again. So
Oh,
unsurprisingly,
oh, 2-0. Sadio Mane, Luis Diaz. That thing is finished.
yeah,
Liverpool into
let's
the
finish.
Champions League
Semi-final,
semi-finals. Probably going to face Bayern Munich,
Bayern Munich.
ladies and gentlemen.
But hey, I
Um,
mean, Bayern Munich are playing Villarreal, and Unai Emery likes the Unai Emery definitely
bro,
likes
Unai
the
Emery is gonna
defensive.
get a new hole. He'll have another new hole to decide where he wants it. Um, I mean, no disrespect to Villarreal, they've been very good, but I think Bayern Munich's are gonna demolish them.
Yeah,
I think Bayern Liverpool that deserves to be the semi-final. To be honest, like that is the proper semi-final. Yanni
blockbusters.
going to be crazy in the watch-along tomorrow with Advaiti is going to be mad. You know it's going to be mad. Yeah. Another underrated performance from Kondogbia. Yes, Kondogbia. Not many people talk about his defensive midfield qualities. He's been doing really well
Yeah,
in the last few seasons. So, one to look out for. De Bruyne starting to get very frustrated. Me last time I saw like that they lost 3-2 to Tottenham. Yep, yep, yep. I can see a lot of missed time passes as well. Passes getting intercepted. Passes going out for throw-ins. But this is what's expected. This is what's expected against Atletico Madrid. Even us last year when we played Atletico Madrid, they just defended. And if it wasn't for Olivier Giroud madness, then maybe it could have been long. And because we scored that one goal, and remember,
Uh,
ladies and gentlemen, no way that's a
they're trying,
penalty. No
yeah,
way. No way.
they're trying to make
Um,
something out of it.
if it wasn't for Giroud's away goal, we wouldn't have had Atletico Madrid come at us at home, and then obviously we took care of them at home. Um, so yeah. Or did we win at home? What was it? Did we win at home with Giroud, or was that away from home? I think it was. Oh no, it was in
I
neutral
think
venue,
not.
wasn't it? It
I
was a
Yeah,
neutral
it was at
venue.
a neutral, the bicycle, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
With
a
the
neutral venue. Ralph, good to see you, my man. I'm praying City lose 1-0. Yes, I'm praying that as well. Liverpool 2-0. Yep, they're through. Don't you worry about that one bit. Harry, a Liverpool fan. Harry. If somehow we do a Liverpool watch along very soon, I would love to have you, man. I would love to have you in the watch along, but it's up to you if you came for the watch alongs. Um, Taha, good to see you. If Atletico go 1-0 up, everyone going to switch games. It'll be so boring. Yeah, look, I just enjoy the way, Atleti, they love to defend. And I want to see how Man City tries to open this up. Um, it's a proper underdog sort of scenario. Shubro, I don't want Villarreal to win. Can't have another easy opponent for Liverpool. Yeah, no, absolutely right. I mean, if it is Liverpool versus Bayern Munich, what a game that's gonna be, bro. You know both the teams.
insane,
There is no park the bus, bro.
insane. It's gonna be like absolute uh,
Chaos.
rock and roll, chaos, aggressive football. I think it's gonna be interesting also because two German coaches as well, and it's gonna be
Mm.
they're also favorites, right? Because Bayern Munich, obviously, with the squad they have, they're sort of favorites along with Liverpool this season, how they've been playing. So yeah, it's gonna be an absolute insane, I would say, semi-final.
I
Let's
mean,
hope that
can you
happens.
imagine how would both the teams defend at Vade? You got one side
Yeah,
Salah, Mane, Firmino, or Jota, or Luis Diaz, and then on the other side you got Sane, you've got Koeman, you've got
Gabri,
Muller, you got Gabri, and then you've got
Gabri,
Lewandowski. It's mad.
Lewandowski.
It's mad. It's mad.
Yeah,
It's actually mad.
actually, Liverpool would be better off in the
Yeah, their
defense, I
defense is
feel.
better. I think their defense is
Yeah,
better.
yeah, their defense is better, and um, I think Bayern have also been struggling because they don't have quality backup in the centre backs. Upamecano has been okayish, and I don't think. I mean, Sule is one more who plays, and
Yeah,
I
not
think
that great.
not that
Sule.
many. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and he's also leaving at the end of the season. So I don't know. They don't have that many good backups in the centre back
Mm.
area. They have Lucas Hernandez, but I don't know if he's naturally uh, kind of a centre back. I think he's more of a wing back sort of a player. But
Mm-hmm.
he predominantly plays in centre back for them. So I feel like Liverpool have a better defense.
I think
So
so. I think you're right, man. Liverpool do have a better defense, but maybe Bayern has a better attack slightly. Would you say?
hmm,
Maybe not. I
I think
suppose.
it's even. I think
Yeah,
it's
it's
even in
probably
the
even.
attack because if you look at Lewandowski, I mean, he gets in the goals, yes, but he's not more of you won't see him dropping deep and all that.
Mm.
He's not that kind of a player. He's definitely a massive goal threat, but he's not the kind who would be like Benzema or even like Harry Kane. So it's different because you have Firmino if he plays, he's that kind of player who drops deep, right? And you have Luis Diaz who's fast. You have Salah, Mane, of course.
Mm.
I think it's pretty evenly matched attack, but it also depends on if the players are consistent enough. Because I know for a fact that Nabry also I mean, he plays well, but he's not the most consistent in the way he gets in the goals or assists. And it's the same with I think even with the other attack. I think Sane as well.
Mm.
He's like he gets in the goals, but he's not someone as consistent as say
Salah or
Amane
Amane.
or
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Salah.
Or
Even
even
Salah,
Diego
I think,
Jota.
yeah, and even Luis Diaz now has been picking up. So it's going to be the attack is sort of evenly matched in different aspects, I feel.
Hmm. Halftime, ladies and gentlemen. As expected, nil-nil. Atletico Madrid, they've not been troubled. From what I've seen, Man City are getting very frustrated with this scenario. They are slowly getting frustrated. And Diego Simeone, I believe, will tell his players, continue doing what you're doing. Continue
Yeah,
doing what you're doing until they implode, until their brain actually comes out of their skull and they just implode. And this will be their plan, I believe, ladies and gentlemen. Man City, it's not easy. As great as Man City is, it is not easy to open up Atletico Madrid. And they're set up in such a way. If you play too expansive, one counter attack,
yeah.
and they could be absolutely done. As Carefree FC, has Griezmann even touched the ball? They do not care. They don't care. Griezmann could go the entire match not touching
Okay.
the ball. They do not care one bit as long as he is there defensively. I mean, Advait, thoughts on this first half so far? It's a classic Atletico Madrid
Yeah.
performance, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I think it's they'd be pretty happy with the first half. I think that's exactly what they came out to do, because it's what away from home. Let's defend, 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 and trying to get a positive result, and then we take it back to the Wanda Metropolitano and try to get a result there. So I think it's perfectly in plan for Atletico Madrid, but not so much for Man City because they've had their chances. Let's be fair. I mean, they've got
Mm.
pretty close here and there to the box. Sterling
Bro,
with the
check this
dribbles and
out.
yeah, yeah. Oh my God, yeah, zero. Wow, that is typical Atletico, miss. That is
That's
typical
classic
Atletico.
Atletico Madrid. That's Atletico Madrid masterclass, ladies and gentlemen. That's a
Yes.
masterclass.
Yeah,
That's
man. I
mad,
mean, and 0.18. That is also. I mean, I thought it would be a little more than that, but with Man City. But you know what? The way
bro.
Atletico,
Oh my
handle this,
god.
it's definitely frustrating them.
You know what? Diego Simeone is showing this XG to his players at halftime and saying,
Yes.
That's
Yep.
that's my boy. That's my boy. Do you know what I mean? I mean, wow. I guess the most interesting one is Man City 0.18. Like literally, you might as well be zero. They've had
Yeah.
zero good quality chances. Um, yeah, I'm not surprised one bit. It's actually mad that City are better suited opponent than us for Atletico. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, look, the reason why I don't want City is because we have a tendency of having a lapse of concentration, whereas Atletico, they could defend like that for 6, 7 games straight. They don't care. They simply do not care. We, there's someone is going to have a brain fart along the way, and that will be it. Do you know what I mean? Um, that's why I want to face Atletico because I feel like they'll try that and they may not want to attack. And if they do want to attack, that opens the game up, which is fantastic. And this is why I'm not. I don't want to face City. But then again, if we face City, we know what we did with them last season, so it should be all right. Would Dybala be a good signing for Real? I think Dybala on a free would be a good signing for anyone. But Advait, do you want to answer this? Let me just take a quick
Yeah.
break. I'll be back as well. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. I personally wouldn't take Dybala at Real Madrid. I know he's a decent player. He might be in his prime, but I don't think he was as good as he was earlier. And even if it's on a free, he definitely want handsome wages and signing bonus and whatnot. So I don't think he would be a good signing, and I personally don't think he would fit well as well. What the players that we need right now are actually wingers, the out and out wingers. That which is why we're linked with Mbappe, and even we also need like a striker because Benzema is not going to be around for that long. So I don't think Dybala is the right fit for us, I would say. I think, Ray Allen is asking us why we're watching this boring match. Liverpool entertaining, yeah, definitely Liverpool. I'm sure they're playing great football and they're clinical and all that, but Atletico Madrid, Man City, I mean, it is undoubtedly more intriguing to know whether Man City are able to break down Atletico Madrid. I think that is what we want to see. Because Liverpool, I mean, we all know the quality of Liverpool, so it's it's definitely might be entertaining, but we're also more intrigued at this game at how Man City would be able to break down Atletico and how Atletico would approach this. So I think that's why we chose this game. I think Miz would agree as well. Uh, Sai Krishna was asking uh, your ideal replacement for Benzema. You know what? I think it's hard because Benzema isn't your average number nine. He's the kind of player who not only scores goals but also creates those goals and drops deep and drops in places where you generally don't see a striker dropping. And you don't see a striker in those parts of the pitch. He's a complete number nine. So replacing him is going to be extremely, extremely hard. I personally don't see any player as good as him in what he does. Even in the youngsters, of course, we have Erling Haaland is an incredible goal scorer, but replacing Benzema with Haaland is you're going to get the goals, but you're not going to get the creativity and the other attributes that Benzema brings. So
But
we'll have to
Benzema
change
seems
it
like he's getting better and better.
with age. Yeah,
Yeah, I'd probably wouldn't want to get rid of him as yet. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, 0-0 at halftime. Very much expected with this particular matchup. But I'm just interested to see if Atletico can get themselves a goal. So, Christian, there is so much difference between Burnley and Atleti. Burnley parked the bus. Atleti bloody parked the submarine, and Boeing's might have to call Burnley English Atletico. Yeah, I mean, look, the thing with Burnley, they don't have the attacking prowess. Whereas this Atletico Madrid, yeah, they just need one counter attack, one proper counter attack, and it's game over. There is vast difference between Atletico Madrid and Burnley. Don't get twisted one bit. In life, no limits. Lukaku and his lack of touches in game will be perfectly at home playing for Atletico Madrid. I mean, he's well suited. He's well suited for this sort of
and it's thumbs ups,
um,
thumbs up.
thumbs ups, just the thumbs ups. He's a perfect case scenario, Lukaku, for counter-attacking football. Ray Allen, why are you watching this boring match? At least Liverpool was
Yeah, I was
entertaining,
just
man. This,
talking about this. Yeah, I was just talking about this while you were away. I told him that we want to see how Man City will be able to break down Atletico as opposed to seeing
exactly,
entertaining Liverpool, who are pretty much
exactly.
guaranteed to win. That's what we want to
And
hear.
both our teams play the winner of this match. So
Exactly, that too. Yeah,
that was the big factor for me. If both our teams, whoever goes through, will play the winner of this game. So, and plus, I was really looking forward to how Atletico Madrid just defends, and if they can sneak a 1-0. I'm very, very confident. I think Man City will implode. They will implode very soon. They have a tendency to do that. Advaid, who's your ideal replacement for Benzema?
yeah.
Have you answered this, Advaid?
Yeah, I was just talking about that. How Benzema is just unique, and you won't find a player like him in the current, anyone. If you look at any striker for that matter, I don't think as a replacement. I mean, of course, Harry Kane is sort of similar because he is a creator as well, but I don't
Yeah.
think he's gonna come to Real Madrid. So as a replacement, it is difficult to find anyone like him. I think if we have to get a replacement like Haaland, we'll have to change the structure of our front three to get someone else who's going to create the goals for Haaland. So it's Benzema is like a one-time player, as Ray Allen said in his next comment. I think he's just a one-time player.
Advaid, which
It's in a
UCL
lifetime.
final win was your favorite?
Undoubtedly, the 2013-14, the last minute winner, Sergio Ramos against Atletico Madrid. That was undoubtedly the best. It is of course not part of the three-peat that we did, the three-peat. But
Mhm.
come on, that amount of adrenaline rush I got after that last-minute equalizer was just
I
unbeatable.
still remember that final as well, man. That was an incredible final. Yeah, epic, epic final. So, Krishna, Miz, hard one for you, both Mahrez or Ziyech? Hard one for you, both Mahrez or Ziyech? What do you mean, both Mahrez or Ziyech? I don't quite understand. As in, who's better, or who would I want between them, or do I want both?
I think he's asking you to choose between the two, Mahrez or Ziyech. Hard
Yeah,
one for
I'd.
you.
You know me. I'm in love with Ziyech, bro. Like I love Ziyech. Mahrez is different quality. I feel like Mahrez has a better 1v1 quality. Um, in terms of passing, I feel like Ziyech may just pip him in terms of passing. In terms of being a potent goal scorer, that's probably Mahrez. So each of them have bit of ups and yeah, a bit of
Yeah.
lackings here and there. But if I was to say overall, who's maybe better, it may be Mahrez. But Ziyech, look, I know what we've seen under Chelsea, not always been the greatest, and at times he's looked very good. Please judge Ziyech when he was at Ajax, what he did in the Champions League. I mean, my man Advait knows what Ajax did to Real Madrid, and that
Yep.
Ziyech was
Yep.
unbelievable that game. Um,
Yeah.
Advait, what's your answer between Mahrez and Ziyech?
Yeah. I mean, I tend to lean towards Mahrez. Not only because, not because ZH isn't good or anything. I think he's great. I mean, at Ajax he was like really good, and his left foot especially is pretty magical. But I
Mm.
feel like Mahrez is, I'd say he's just a little more consistent, and he's a little more as that output which is required from a player like him. With ZH, I
Mm.
mean, you can have those good games, but even for Chelsea, I mean, I think you would agree. Um, he's played well, but at the same time, he doesn't have that consistency, right?
Exactly, exactly. That's been the issue with Ziyech. I suppose the consistency is what's let him down. Injuries haven't helped as well at Vade. So,
Yeah,
and then the
that's true.
formation doesn't really suit him. Three at the back.
Subrajyoti is saying sign Lukaku Advait, world class number 9. Oh, please, I'd rather not. I'd rather not. Stay very far away from the present version of Lukaku. So please, I'm gonna fold my hands and decline that offer because I cannot see Lukaku at Real Madrid. And I know he said that in his interview, which
Yeah,
wrecked havoc,
yeah.
which
Real
wrecked
Madrid,
havoc.
Barcelona, Bayern Munich. He named those three.
But no ways, no way I'm taking him. I don't want to see any more thumbs ups from him. I don't want to see the guy in front showing thumbs ups and all that. I I don't I can't see him anywhere near our club.
No, it's mad, man. It's mad. Are they coming back to this particular match, Man City versus Atletico Madrid, second half, which will begin very soon? Man City, I mean, you've watched a lot of Atletico Madrid in the La Liga days,
Yeah.
and I want you to sort of recall your time when Real Madrid played Atletico Madrid. What is the best? Like, what can City do to penetrate this particular backline? Where is if there is a particular weakness that you can sort of point out?
I would say as ironic. I mean, the way this is probably the way Atletico would want to play as well. But I think
Mm.
if you allow them to, sort of. come out and try to attack. If you allow them to sort of give you, I mean, come at you, they tend to leave spaces behind in midfield and even in defense. So that is where we beat Atletico Madrid 2-0, I think, in La Liga.
Mm.
Um, that was I think, some time back, and
Mm.
that is exactly how we approached the game. It was more of allowing them to. As funny as it
So you're
sounds.
saying just give up the possession a little bit, let them come out of their shell a little bit, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. And as funny as this sounds, it's like we were playing like them versus them, if that makes sense. Because
Mm.
we
Mm.
were actually letting them try to have possession when what they want to do is let the opponent have actually possession. So we let them come out a bit and then we hit them on the counter, something like that. And that is how
Mm.
I think Benzema scored that. It was a special goal. The way he finished that, I think it was a volley. The way he finished that, but I think the way we approached that goal was in a similar fashion, which they somehow had spaces in midfield and defense where we were able to sort of exploit that. So
Mm. A lot of people are saying, Ms. Check out Matt Law. Sai Krishna's just done that as well. Marvo just let me know, notified me as well. Breaking: the Ricketts family investment group met with Chelsea today. I just had a look at what Matt Law had to say as well, ladies and gentlemen. Slight correction on this. Meeting and timings were moved, and the Ricketts family investment group met with Chelsea today. Full update story. I mean, look, guys, as I told you guys in the last video, the Ricketts have won. The Ricketts have won. So, yeah, like, I don't know what else to say. Let's just get ready for them to be the owners, and it is what it is. We move. Sai Krishna, Advait, you might get the Inter Lukaku, not the Chelsea or United Lukaku, bro. One of the most potent nines out there. He will push off many of the La Liga defenders. Um, you
I
know
don't know
what?
about
Look,
that.
let's actually
Yeah,
have a proper conversation about this. Advait,
yeah.
oh, hold on. Atletico Madrid, they're through. It's he just didn't have the pace. Was it João Felix? Yeah, it was João Felix. No, it wasn't João Felix. Who's number 8? Is number 8 João Felix?
Uh, that's Griezmann.
Griezmann. No wonder he didn't have the pace.
Oh
It looked
yeah,
like they were through.
it's the counter. Yeah,
Yeah.
classic
It was Griezmann. If it
way.
was anyone else besides Griezmann, if it was João Felix, maybe he would have had the pace. But Griezmann broke through the middle, and then he was open in the green space. But it's Antoine Griezmann, so it's going to be long. But anyway, um, coming back to this point, Advaid, a lot of people they say, and sometimes I fall into this trap as well. I don't think Lukaku's a bad player. I think what has happened is post the interview, he's given
Yeah,
up. He's now given
yeah.
up. The damage was so brutal, not just from his side, but from the Chelsea fans. We gave it back to him as well, and rightly so. Rightly so, we gave it back to him. Since then, he's not recovered, and he's looked very lethargic, and he looks like he does want to try. But I can't forget the Lukaku from last season with Inter Milan was absolutely robust, robust, and the Lukaku for Belgium as well, robust. Um, this guy is not a bad player. I think what has happened here is it it's over. It's over between Chelsea and him. He needs to move on. We need to part ways. Do you think Lukaku is a bad player? I mean, yeah, he has deficiencies, but which player doesn't have deficiencies? Every player has some form of deficiencies. But I'm not going to sit here and say this guy's not a footballer at all. Like, I've seen what kind of damage he can do for Inter Milan and for Belgium. And even in the Premier League, previously for Everton, for
Yeah.
West Brom. Like it's not like he hasn't banged in goals. Yeah, Man United didn't work out, but even with Man United, I believe he scored a goal every 2 games or 3 games, something like that. Something still stats were not that bad. Adelaide, what's your thoughts, man? Is Lukaku, in your perspective, actually a bad player, or this is just a situation where the whole Chelsea Lukaku thing they just need to part ways?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, my reaction was obviously just for fun, that all that.
Yeah. Banter,
Yeah,
banter. Yeah.
that's his banter. You know what? I mean, I don't think he's particularly a bad player, but then if you look at the way transfers and the way football works in general, you tend to live in the present, and you tend to look at performances in the present. And when you look at the present, the name, I mean, there is definitely a dent in his name because of the interview and what all he's, oh, Atletico True. Uh, Nothing.
Oh, here we go. Atletico counter coming up. Atletico counter coming up. This could be long. This could be long. Oh, you. They should have put the ball to João
He's,
Felix. João
he just
Felix was
shot
on the
it at,
left.
he just shot straight at the goalkeeper.
Yeah, but the pass was not the right one. The pass shouldn't have gone to Lorente. Pass should have gone to João Felix.
Yeah.
But
So yeah,
it's
as
coming,
I,
bro. It's coming. Anyway, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so as I was saying, Lukaku, I mean, he's not a bad player. He's not objectively a bad player. But then, as I was saying, you live in the present in football. And when you look at the interview and all that, it's just overall a pretty sour taste in the mouth for any club that is looking to buy him, because you never know if he's going to do that in the future. Of course, he wouldn't, because if he's learned anything, but it is a bad taste in the mouth. And if they would look at his Chelsea, whatever he's done so far, and they'd want to think that, what, we'd rather stay away from him. But then if you look at his Inter days, I think he was a lethal striker. I think
He was, bro. He
he
was.
was he was insane for Conte, and he was instrumental in them winning the Serie A last season. And even even under Inzaghi, I don't think they got to play much, but uh, I think he had a promising plan, and he will definitely have flourished in under Inzaghi as well. So
Yeah.
I don't think
Yep.
he's a bad player, but then all the stuff that's going on, and you can't deny that all that plays a huge role in if you want a player, if you want a club to, buy you, you have to factor in everything that's going on around you. So, and at the same time, I don't think Chelsea has spent 100 million on him, and they'd not want to sell him for, I don't know, lesser than, say, even like 60, 70 at least,
Bro, I
because
mean,
it's all
after
about
one
cutting
year,
their
60,
losses.
70 is such a loss, bro. Big loss.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that is a loss as well. But if they want to sell him, they have to, compromise quite a
Yeah.
bit, and they can't compromise too much, because that would, it's about balancing the books as well. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they'd be able to sell him to a club at a high price, and at the same time, if a club would want to buy him, although he is a good player, but the thing that's happened around him, it's undeniably played a role on his future as well, I feel.
100% agreed. Man City have a free kick, ladies and gentlemen. This is probably this is how they're going to get their best chance, in my opinion. I think it'll be very difficult to penetrate this Atletico Madrid, like sometimes six-man defense, and then you have another three in front. KDB on the ball. Let's see what he's capable of doing. This is a huge opportunity right here, right now. All Black needs to be on his
Oh,
toes. Is it going to be Mahrez? No, Mahrez is moving away. It's going to be
another,
KDB. And it's
another
gone
free kick.
short. And another foul. Get out, man. This time it's even more of a dangerous position. Is it a foul for Man City? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Now it's actually even more dangerous position. We'll see what happens now. Ladies and gentlemen, Benfica has
Yeah,
scored.
Benfica
Darwin
scored.
Nunez.
As I was talking, Benfica scored, and it is none
Yeah.
other than the exciting prospect in as a
Another big,
striker.
exactly, another name. That is
Big money move.
big money move. Big money move. Darwin Nunez. 2-1. Can Benfica come back? Can Benfica do something incredible there? Let's see. Let's see what happens. As you guys know, there is no away goals. So no
Yeah,
away goals rules. So all Benfica needs is just to score one more and it's levels. It's levels again. So Let's see what happens. Here we go. KDB. This is a dangerous spot. This is KDB special. This is KDB special right here.
Oh,
You've already seen it, haven't you?
oh, yeah.
I
I'm not
haven't seen
gonna.
it. Let me watch this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Oh,
say.
oh my days. Oh my days.
He just
Wow.
about
Oblak.
he, he just about got it away.
Just about got it away because they were coming at him for that rebound. Um,
Yeah,
it's crazy how they were anticipating the rebound as well. They knew there could be a rebound here.
yeah,
Oh,
100%.
was it Rodri? I think it was Rodri right there.
Yeah,
Oh, he was almost there now, but
yeah,
really,
he was
Atletico
almost
Madrid
there.
player was there as well. Incredible. Oblak save. Lukaku needs to go loan maybe 2 season. Yeah, I think
Oh,
loan is
yeah.
probably a big, is probably the right one. I can't see how he gets sold, and we'll probably have to bear a lot of the salary as well. And he's on some big money. Um, Yanni, PSG, our only hope for him. They desperate and have the money. Yeah, perhaps PSG as well. Um,
I don't think
yeah.
PSG. I don't think they have the money definitely, but I don't know if he's the kind of player they're looking for, and especially
Hmm.
if they have to replace Mbappe. Fingers crossed he comes to us. Especially if you have to replace him, then you need someone. I don't think Lukaku is the guy there.
I mean, who else though? Who would they replace as a striker, blockbuster striker? Who's the next big thing? I mean, they're not going to get Haaland.
Yeah,
It's
mostly
probably
not.
City bound.
Actually, this might sound
Lewandowski,
weird, but
maybe.
no, I think I don't. This is like a 1% chance of happening, but probably Salah
Oh, you're onto something, bro. You're onto something.
because you know
Salah
what
might be leaving, I think.
yeah, he wants more money, and Liverpool don't seem to budge. And PSG have all the money in the world, and they can definitely work out Salah in that lineup. I feel
Yeah, they could.
because
They could.
Salah plays on the right, so you can have him there,
Messi
and
as false nine, and then you have
yeah,
Salah
Messi
and
can play
Neymar.
for yeah. That could happen, but I haven't seen any links of PSG with Salah. So
That's an interesting shout. That could be a possibility, yes. Shubra, are you seeing, Miz, what City are missing in their left side without any left back? No outlet for them. Rivals have to understand what we missed this season. 100%, man. 100%. There is no outlet for them. I mean, obviously,
I think
Mahrez
yeah,
is the
I think
widest
that's
left
why
back.
they're looking for a left back in the transfer window. I read somewhere they're looking for
Yeah,
a
yeah.
proper left back.
Because, yeah, Zinchenko, not really. I mean, he's all right, does a job, but it's not.
And Cancelo isn't naturally a left back, so
Yeah, and I think Cancelo is now playing as a right back here.
yeah, he plays as a right back and in for Portugal as well. And
So, so who's left back in this game for? Oh, it's Nathan Ake, isn't it? Nathan
yeah,
Ake is left back, but he doesn't really bomb up.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think John Stones and Laporte is probably centre backs.
Yeah, Nathan Ake, I think is the makeshift sort of.
Yeah, makeshift left back. Yeah, yep. You can see Nathan Ake moving into that position as well. Cancelo as the right back, and that's a foul. That's a foul from Cancelo. Fayaz is saying Stones is left back. I don't think so, man. I think it's
Yeah,
Nathan
I
Ake
don't
as
think so.
left back. City looking
Oh,
at Tariq Mitchell.
look at this changes coming through for Atletico.
Who's coming on? 3 players coming on. Rodrigo
Yeah,
De Paul coming on. Very good player. Koke, what a captain for Atletico Madrid. Um, we'll see now what Rodrigo De
bro,
Paul
it's more
do.
defense. It's more defense. Look at that. It's more defense.
Who are some of these players, bro? Antoine
Uh,
Griezmann out
Ang-
and Angel Correa?
Angel Correa. I mean, he is a he's technically a winger, but he's not as offensive minded as
Mm.
Griezmann. So you'd expect Simeone to have told him to, mark and defend. And same with
And
Cunha, who's coming on. He's
he's a
more of a
defensive player, is
defensive
he,
minded.
Cunha?
Yeah, pretty much.
I think I
So
think
I
I think
think,
what
yeah.
I think what Diego Simeone is thinking now is 60 minutes gone. I want to see this out. I don't want any. I just want defend. That's it.
Actually, you know what? I think I was mistaken there. Cunha is actually a forward. Um,
Wow.
Wait, so
Is he
he's
going
bought
for
on
it? Is he actually
he's
going to
bought
go for
on
it?
he's yeah, he's bought on Rodrigo de Paul, Cunha, and even uh, who's the other guy? Yeah, Correa.
They're all
So
attacking players. Rodrigo De Paul is an attack-minded midfielder, isn't he?
yeah, yeah. Uh, Rodrigo de Paul, I don't think. I mean, he's probably like a neutral sort. So yeah, yeah, that was my bad. Cunha is not a defensive player. I think I got confused with some other player. So he's a forward. So I think you know what? I think uh, Simeone is willing to take a bit of a risk here
Yeah. Is
to
he is he
try and
sensing that there could be an opportunity? He's probably sensing a counter attack where there's an opportunity. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. He's got a bit of attacking players.
Yep. Krishna has brought a bit of attacking players. Yeah, he has. Shubhajoyti from 5-3-2 to 5-4-1. Okay. Yep. Here we go. Cunha with the ball. Cunha with the ball, and he's got himself a throw in. Um, Throw in coming up, ladies and gentlemen, after 62 minutes, 0-0 still. I feel like I can just sense something's about to happen here, man. I can just sense something's about to happen.
Yeah,
And it's probably Atletico Madrid. KDB losing the ball there. Ball out gone for a goal kick. Guys, we've got over 70 people live right now. Smash the like button. Get those likes up to, what do we have? How many likes do we have already? 42. Let's get 8 more likes to 50 immediately, and then we'll aim for more. Let's get to 50 likes straight away. Shubhajoyti is saying Benfica are not doing that bad. Yeah, I hope Benfica gets themselves a goal over there, because that will be it. They'll level things up. Miz, are you going to the Australian Grand Prix? You know what? Brawling. I've I've never been, and I've always wanted to. It's mad. It's in Melbourne. It's like a glamorous weekend. You know, you get to see all of these superstars like Max
yeah.
Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton,
Yeah.
Leclerc. Obviously our
Oh,
Aussie driver, Ricardo. Um,
you came close.
ooh, I have to go. I do. One of these days, one of these seasons, I'll have to make a plan to go away for that weekend.
Yeah,
But
100%. I
I've
mean,
never been. I've never
especially
been.
when it's yeah, especially when it's in your so close to you. I think
Yeah. I've
that's
never even been to Australian Open as well, like tennis. So
yeah, yeah.
that's something that I need to
But
do, man.
Miss, do you follow F1 regularly?
Not regularly. I do keep a track of what's going on, who's
Okay,
doing what in the races, but I don't
okay,
get to watch it all the time.
okay.
Um,
I've only started following it since last
it's mad,
season.
isn't it? It's really fun.
Yeah, it is had a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
I think I feel like I've been missed out all these years. So I only started watching it from last season, and
Hmm.
yeah,
Do you know? Do
I
you know
think
what? That
it's really
everyone says that. Every new fan, when they come in, they're like, "Man, I can't. I'll be missing out on all this. Like,
yeah,
I'll be
yeah,
missing out. Like,
yeah. I
it's
think it
it, it's like a proper. it's a proper storyline, isn't it? From Friday's testing sessions to Saturday
Yeah,
qualifications to then race day. Like it's a proper storyline, isn't it?
yeah. You have the practice, then you have qualifying, you have the race. It's a proper and storyline. You know what? Netflix saw that and they said, you know what? Let's do a
Bro,
season.
they're
Let's do
killing
a
it. They're
series on
killing
it.
it. Drive to Survive is huge.
Yeah, yeah,
I haven't watched the latest season though. I've watched the first two. Didn't watch the latest one.
yeah. I've only watched the latest one because that's when I started watching the sport. So
Is it good? The
it
latest one?
was you know what it is good, but I would say they kind of overdid the drama aspect of it,
Yeah,
and
they
that is
have to
also
though.
something
They
that
they have to. They
yeah,
have to do the drama.
I get it, but yeah, I think they kind of overdid it just a tiny bit, and I think even Verstappen was annoyed at that, and he didn't want to take part and all that. So
Oh,
it's a
really?
little
Verstappen didn't want to take
overboard.
part.
Yeah, he hasn't really taken a huge part in Drive to Survive. I think he even the interviews that they need, I don't think he obliged for it. He's just not someone who is a fan of uh, you know portraying their lives like that. So
Hmm. Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
especially the last race of the previous season was just insane
Yeah, yeah. I
with all
mean,
the
I
drama
heard
that happened.
there was some sort of controversy, wasn't it, with Lewis Hamilton
Yeah,
and Max Verstappen?
yeah, and that was the title decider,
Hmm.
the championship decider. So it was mad.
Shubha, you're so right, man. The amount of time I see Sterling dive,
Yeah,
I like Sterling as a footballer. I think he's a very good footballer, but his diving makes me hate him. Just unnecessary diving, little touches, dive
yeah,
this, that. If he stays strong and stays up, I think he scores more goals. Like I just don't understand why Pep Guardiola hasn't had been able to get through to him that, mate, if you just stay up, you're actually going to score more. It's quite mad.
yeah,
Crosses being spammed left, right, and center, ladies and gentlemen. City going nowhere. City going nowhere. Child of the king. The worst part of F1 is that you never know how good a driver is, as it's all about the car team. All drivers are relatively closely matched, apart from their off the pay driver. You know what? This is true. This is what
yeah.
I've
It's true.
realized. Most drivers are fairly even, to be honest. They're not like Lewis Hamilton isn't like supremely better than, let's say, I don't know, Norris Lando or
Lando Norris. Yeah,
Lando Norris or anyone else. But it's the car, it's the team and the car. That's what it
yeah.
comes down to. Do you know what I mean? Like
It's the yeah,
Lewis Hamilton could be driving for Haas and he wouldn't have the same impact. I'll tell you right now.
oh, 100%, 100%, 200%. I mean, not this season. I mean, I would like sort of not write off Haas as much because they've actually done fairly
They've
well.
done good.
They're
Yeah.
actually, yeah, they're doing pretty well the first two races, but definitely last season. I feel like the experience definitely matters because Lewis Hamilton, he's won it 7 times in a championship, but it ultimately depends on the car and how good the whole package is and
Mm,
how fast the car is
mm,
ultimately.
mm.
And yeah, skill matters, but then ultimately, you have to look at what car you're given and what kind of team that you're able to compete with. So I think that comment is spot on.
No, 100% agree. 100% agree. Marvo, Miz, remember we comfortably beat this Atletico Madrid team last season, which was the better team. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Second leg, we comfortably beat them. I think we did the damage in the first leg. I think Man City is about to score.
Yeah. That's it. That's that.
And there we go. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. KDB.
KDB.
And that's the bottom
1-0.
line because Stone Cold said so, ladies and gentlemen. Man City get themselves that brilliant goal, KDB finish, and now this should be over. Atletico Madrid needed to make sure that it was a 0-0. Now they're going to have to come out. And now the game is going to be in Man City's corner because unless if Atletico Madrid thinks that no, one is not that much to claw back, we'll still keep defending. I want to see this. Lovely.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, look at how Man
Oh,
City. This is what I want you all. We've got over 60 people. I want you all to look at how Man City broke that low block. Passes through the middle. I can't remember who initially passed to
I
Foden,
think
and
it
then
was
Foden again
okay.
slipped it through. Who's the guy who passed it to Foden? Who was that?
Uh,
Was it Rodri?
I think in 20 nutmeg it. That was
There was a
pretty good
particular player that
assist.
passed to Foden first. But then, anyway, bottom line, there was a through the middle line breaking pass from someone to Foden,
Yeah.
and then Foden again. Nice ball through the center to find KDB. KDB with a classic finish. That is how you break a low block, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what we need at Chelsea Football Club when we come up against teams like Brentford, teams like whoever else. That's what we lack, that level of passing. That was incredible. I mean, Advait, what do you think about that goal, bro?
To be honest, I think, yeah, it's definitely great quality from Man City's build up and breaking the line, but I feel like the defending was sort of off. I think you could have definitely done better there. I'm not sure who that was who let KDB slip past, and it was too late for him to even make a challenge there. So I think they sort of switched off a little bit, but that doesn't take away the credit Man City deserve from being able to break them. But I feel like Atletico, the defense there should have done better.
Yeah, of course. I mean, obviously they should have done better, but that is how you unlock that
Yeah,
you got to penetrate when you have a team
yeah,
at
that
they
was
setting up with 5 or 6 at the back, and they're very comfortable if you go wide and just spam cross.
yeah,
Best way to get them is through the center, finding that gap in between their defenders, finding those. Oh, look at Pep! He's so happy. Smash the glass.
yeah.
Um,
Finally broke them.
because in a low block, or if you go to the wide and spam crosses, it's easy for defenders to just header it out unless you have an early cross. You don't hit
Yeah,
the byline. But to way to break low blocks, you have to penetrate through the center and you have to make sure the movement is quick and the passing is quick. And this is exactly what they did.
yeah, 100%. I think Pep is. I think he's instilled that in the players, and I think at halftime he would have probably told them like, you know what, uh, we have to devise a plan to sort of break them, and they sort of did it. Yeah, undoubtedly they did, but yeah, credit to
Yeah,
them,
man.
I would say.
Absolutely credit to them. I was hoping Atletico was going to score first, but
Yeah,
this one,
it's hard
ladies and
now.
gentlemen, is probably finished. I can't. I mean, I think, can you see Atletico try and be toe to toe with Man City? And I think that's Man City's game. If you're going to be toe to toe, they're going to open you up badly.
Yeah, yeah. If Atletico try to come out too much, then they're just gonna leave spaces again, and that is gonna create more damage. So I'm not sure if you know what. Never say never. It can be possible. It isn't finished. I feel, but it's looking more edging towards Man City seeing this out. So let's see though.
I love this comment from Sai Krishna. I really do. Sai, you're bang on, man. Miz, the only problem I have with Cobham sometimes is we produce many workhorses, but we never ever produced a player like Pedri or Foden, technical and smart. You're right, man. You are spot on. Um, Maybe Billy Gilmore could come close to that, I suppose, but we need to see more of Billy Gilmore. But I think it's the brand, it's the English brand. I think English brand of football is all about being a workhorse. Like, this is how England, all of their
Yeah.
coaches in young levels, like in junior level, the coaches in England, they're not like overseas coaches. They're all like British coaches, and they're all physicality, pace, power, workhorse. And I believe if they were to change that up, if they were to get some coaches from overseas at a junior level, because why do Barcelona create so frequently Pedris, Iniestas, Xavis? Like, why do they do that? And even Foden, because you look at their setup, Pep Guardiola, um, and the kind of philosophy that he's built over there. I mean, Advaith, would you agree that maybe the focus in England is a lot more to do with pace, power, workhorse?
Yeah, I tend to agree. You definitely have the exceptions. Um, I I can't even think of a few, to name a few exceptions, but that definitely, if you look at, if you go and if you research, then you probably find only a few who are technical and smart. But yeah, I think in England, I think it is to do sort of with the pace of the Premier League as well, because um, the Premier League is like pretty fast paced.
Mm-hmm.
If my analysis is right, it's pretty fast paced. So you have to look at more workhorses and more, running around and all that. And that somewhere in the coaching in the academy as well, the smart aspect or being like technically gifted, that sort of gets missed out, because yeah, that's what they look for. They ultimately look at the goal of seeing these players in the academy one day playing in the Premier League, and the Premier League now is a lot of workhorses. And I mean, I'm sure a classic example is actually, last night we saw Crystal Palace Arsenal, where
Mm.
uh, your Chelsea's lone guy Gallagher, the way he was pressing the Arsenal players, the workhorse that he displayed, the work rate rather. Uh, that is a classic example of, you know,
Correct.
a lot of work rate and being workhorses. And I can't say, I mean, I haven't watched a lot of Conor Gallagher, but the amount of times I've seen him, like a couple of times, he's the same player as you said, uh, from the academy, who are more workhorses and more, um, they're given the work rate, as opposed to like being like someone like Pedri, who's like technical, I would say. So yeah, that is, I think, sort of the focus of the league, and
Mm. Mm.
the way they're coached in the academy.
Yeah, I have to agree because it all starts from the young age, man. That's how you build all of this stuff. Brolin saying Ruben. Yeah, well, I wouldn't call him pass master. Like Ruben Loftus-Cheek is no Iniesta, is no Pedri, is no Foden. He's robust. He's box to box. Um, yeah, well, why can't our academy create a Cesc Fabregas, for example? Um, I think it comes down to how the managers from a young age they develop these players. Definitely has to come down to that. Ashraf is saying, did you guys hear about Van Gaal getting cancer? Yeah, we did. Sad news.
Yeah,
Hopefully he recovers from it, of course. Yeah, these sort of news are devastating news. What's going on
it
in the
gets
other
hard. Yeah,
match? 2-1 still. Man City 1-0. KTB with a cross coming in, and it's been headed out. If I'm Atletico Madrid, I try and keep it to 1-0. and see what I can do at home with the home crowd. But this is the same
Yeah.
scenario that we had. This is exactly the scenario we had last season, where although our game was in a
Oh,
neutral venue,
okay.
um,
Oh,
oh, oh,
almost.
oh,
Oh,
oh, Bernardo Silva, KDB, oh, defended. My God.
oh, so close.
Wow, 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 wow.
See, that's
And
the thing with
again,
City. They
out.
love the possession. They
They're
just
so
love
good
the
with it as well,
possession.
man. They're so good with possession. It's not like sometimes when we try and keep possession, we look a bit clueless. They are so lethal with possession, man. They're always looking to penetrate. But you know what the big difference is at Vate, though? Most of
Yeah,
their players, look at Foden. 1v1, he takes players on. Grealish, he takes players on. Mahrez, he takes players on. Sterling, he takes players on. That's why they're so good at possession-based football, because they take players on.
yeah,
You have
yeah.
to be able to take players on 1v1. You got to be. And then they've got the technicians like KDB, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva can just as much take players on as well. So
Oh, okay. He's
Joao
taking
Felix
off.
coming off.
Mm.
But this is the same situation that we were on last season when we were beating Atletico Madrid 1-0. Um,
Yeah, yeah,
and then in the second leg we beat them 2-0. I don't know, man. I don't know. They could possibly have their home crowd, lift them in the second leg. Best case
yeah.
scenario is obviously if you can get an equalizer, but I think if you can keep it to 1-0 damage, maybe you can level things up to 1-0 and then see what happens in the second leg. I mean, I'd say 2-0 and it's over for City.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, never say never in football, but it's gonna be really hard to score 3 goals against City. Um,
And not
so I think,
concede. And not concede,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, 100%. And I think they should try to keep it at 1-0 and try to see what they can do at their home ground. And if they have luck on their side, or if Pep overthinks a lot, then they can sort of have something from it. Because here, if you're gonna try and try and press Man City when they have all the position that they like, you're going to leave spaces in midfield and defense, which will further get exploited, and the damage is going to probably get worse. So I don't know how they're going to try and get anything out of this particular game. So I think they should try to keep it at 1-0. Oh, they're fighting. Someone's fighting.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. The fight is on.
Fight is on. Grealish is trying to have a go. Pep was having none of that.
Pep Guardiola getting in between Grealish straight away. Doesn't want any one of his players to get red carded here. Pep's like, relax, relax, relax.
Yeah, that was unnecessary. Come on,
Yeah.
Korea.
Oh no, it was the second. He
Uh,
smashed the ball to his face,
yeah,
to the
yeah, he
player's face.
smashed the ball at his face. That was unnecessary.
Oh, actually, hit his leg and then up
That
the
is
chest, and then Grealish made a
Atletico
whole meal out of it.
shithousery.
You know what the crazy part is, Advait? I've seen in those
Yeah,
scenarios, the player that retaliates ends up getting a red card, and the player that
yeah,
initiated the situation never gets a red card.
yeah, 100%. That's what they look at.
But
If
but
you're
but don't
gonna
you think,
retaliate,
Advait, retaliation is more like the normal thing to do?
yeah, yeah, exactly. And if the ref is, sometimes it doesn't work that way, but oh, he slipped.
Oh no, slipped.
Uh,
City's got numbers though. You can't. There's too many numbers
yeah.
there. What are you gonna do? Thomas Lamar, he did nothing. Yeah. Other Miz Benfica playing well. Yeah, they need to somehow manage to draw that match, because playing well, and then they got to go to Anfield. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be long days. Um, Gabriel Jesus gets himself a yellow card. It's mad, Advait. You know what the crazy part is, Advait?
Yeah,
City for 2 seasons have been doing without a striker. I can't believe this, man.
yeah,
It just
yeah,
shows what level of a manager Pep Guardiola is, man.
yeah. He's been playing without a striker for so long, and
Two
he tends
seasons,
to
bro. Two
dominate.
seasons.
Yeah, and if they somehow get Haaland, I think it would sort of complete the team if they somehow get him, because
Mm.
that's what they need. They need Haaland, and they need a left back, and that is complete. The team's
Yeah.
complete.
They get themselves a proper nine. It'll be City winning more leagues.
Yeah,
But we'll see what happens this season. Who wins the league?
yeah,
It is now
exactly.
close.
Yeah,
And the big match is this weekend. Liverpool
yeah.
versus City.
Uh, oh, it's this weekend. Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah. It's
that
this
slipped my
Sunday.
mind. That's gonna be massive.
KDB with a long ranger. Ooh. Can't forget Pep is the one why Pep is the one who created the demon false nine Messi. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah,
those days, man. Messi false nine, Thierry Henry
yeah,
on the right side, Samuel Eto'o on the left side as inside forwards.
yeah, yeah,
You are getting demolished.
yeah, 100%. So, Miz, what do you think this weekend if Liverpool sneak a win? Do you think the league's there?
Oh, for sure. For sure. None of those teams are probably losing anymore, and definitely not Liverpool. So whoever wins that will be most likely the winner. I can't see City dropping points. Like, I know recently City's dropped a few here and there, but from here on in, City are now going to be blinkers on,
Yeah.
and also Liverpool blinkers on. Once those guys get into that
Oh,
mind frame, they will not lose a game, man. They will not lose a game. I'm telling you right now. Inside the box, oh, City still looking threatening. Nah. If City get a win, they'll be the champion. If Liverpool gets the win, they'll be the champions. So I'm
yeah.
pretty sure about that.
It's all to play for.
Yeah.
And City haven't, they don't have it easy because they have a lot of tough fixtures coming one after the other. I think because
Nothing's tough for
if
City, bro.
yeah,
Nothing's
yeah.
tough for City. They're the best team in the
I mean,
world, man.
yeah, yeah. I mean, when you look at it that way, it is sort of it's the other team that has to worry. But
It's the other team that's tough for them.
yeah, but then if you have big games in quick succession, sometimes you tend to think of whether the players are able to keep that quality in every game. But then
Hmm.
again, when you look at the squad depth that they have, uh, you know, it's just mad.
Bro, they can bring players like Grealish, Foden off the bench. Do you know what I mean? So, um,
Yeah,
88 minutes gone, ladies and gentlemen. Man City 1, Atletico Madrid nil. I highly doubt Atletico is going to score here. I think this will probably end up being a 1-0 victory here. And it'll be interesting what happens away from home. Um, but Atleti has to come out. They have to score, which will mean Man City are probably going to get them. Yeah, so
yeah,
it is going to be highly, highly, you know, improbable if Atletico actually comes back to this, because this is the same scenario we had last season. And then City are far more potent when it comes to attack. So yeah, I can't see anything else. We now slowly prepare for tomorrow's fixture: Real Madrid, Chelsea versus Real Madrid, because that for me is a very even game. It is an even game. Um, this one was a bit lopsided in the sense that one team is genuinely a possession-based footballing team and will look to hurt you, and the other team don't want the ball. So this
I
was more
think
like a David versus.
Liverpool have lights out, and
They scored again.
Diaz has scored against his former club.
Not former club, his enemy club. Diaz plays for Porto. Used to play for Porto.
Oh yeah, correct. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah,
There we
his
go.
enemy club. Sorry.
Goal, as you guys can see in the screen. Luis Diaz and Naby Keita, and that tie should be well and dusted as well. 3 goals to 1. Yeah, and now they're going to have to go to Anfield, so it's
Yeah,
probably going to be 3-0 at Anfield for Liverpool.
yeah. Diaz scoring against former enemy club, I should say. Yeah, and I'm sure you'd have loved that.
Yeah, he would have absolutely enjoyed that scoring against Benfica. I think um, Jurgen Klopp purposely probably started Luis Diaz, knowing that he's got that experience against Benfica. He knows that ground as well. Do you know what I mean?
I think Jurgen Klopp said that Diaz tried to explain to them in for 10
Yeah, I saw
minutes
that.
as to how
For 10
they
minutes,
could
he
break
tried to
open,
explain, but I
but they
didn't
did not
understand one
understand.
thing.
They did not understand, and
That's funny, bro.
Pep was absolutely livid when they scored. He just
So, Vades, you ready? Are you
yeah
ready? Are you ready to rumble tomorrow at Vade?
yeah. Hopefully, I am. uh, yeah, it's gonna
Shall
be
we? Shall we
insane.
start? Shall we start the build up? Shall we do um, 30 minutes before kickoff? We'll start the build
Yeah,
up.
sure. Yeah,
Talk about the lineup, this, that, and the other.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, you get ready for tomorrow. What's going on here? Is that another fight?
Yeah,
Stop fighting, man. Yellow card for no reason. Edison.
they're fouling Grealish left, right, and center. I think.
Yeah, they are. They're attacking Grealish, aren't they? They have something against him or something? Look at Diego Simeone.
Yeah,
This one, it could be fiery. I think second leg could be, there could be fights. Oh, look, Atletico Madrid, they're giving it to Grealish. They don't like Grealish. Something's going on
yeah.
there.
They don't like it.
They
They
don't
don't
like
like it.
Grealish.
That's that.
Should be over. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. 1-0. That is the end of that, ladies and gentlemen. For me, look, I sort of predicted that type of a match where City will have most of the ball. Atletico will look for counter-attack, opportunities. They defended really well the first half. Second half, though, that is exactly how you break down a low block through the middle, penetration. Can't really remember who passed initially to Foden, but then Foden slipped it brilliantly to
I think that
KDB.
was Rodri. Yeah,
I think it might have been Rodri. Yeah, it might have been Rodri. But KTB as well, great movement into the box and classic finish from that right side, low, drilled in. Nice goal. Man City gets themselves that 1-0 victory. It's going to be difficult now because Atletico, yes, they're going to be at home. They're going to have the home crowd, but they're going to need to come out. And this is perfect. When you need to come out against City, you're going to leave a lot of holes, and City will make sure you get hurt big time. Unless Atleti can somehow manage to score a goal and then keep it tight again. But it's too difficult. It really is going to be very difficult from here on in. Advait, what do you think about that match? Do you think City now probably got this in the bag?
I wouldn't say second leg anything can happen, but I think up until I'd say 60th, yeah, 60th minute, I think Atletico Madrid would be pretty happy with what they have done. But then,
Mm.
as you said, with the quality that Man City have, the way they were able to break open that low block with that line breaking pass, that just shows the quality and the sort of coaching that, or rather the tactics that Pep has incorporated. That just shows quality and technical brilliance also because KDB, the way he got the ball, and I know that the Atletico defense didn't do as much, but then you have to give credit to KDB as well because the way he
100.
drove forward and finished that, I think that is
Supreme
ins-
finish.
uh,
Supreme.
supreme finish. Yeah. So 1-0. I mean, I wouldn't be if I was an Atletico Madrid fan, which is the complete opposite of what I am. But yeah, so I think I wouldn't be too uh, put off. I think 1-0 is still we'd be like, okay, well, let's go to our home stadium and see what we can do. It is not a written off case, I would say. If it was something like 2-0, then yeah, that would be too much to ask for. But
Mm.
1-0, you know what? I think if Pep overthinks or something like that, and which is sort of a rare case, but if he overthinks and does some madness, or if Atletico with their home support, you know, are able to score one goal is all they need, so to level things up, and then it can go either way. So
The,
it's a
the
good
only
result.
re-
Yeah,
the only reason why I'm saying in this case 1-0 is, yeah, theoretically, yeah, it's only 1-0. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have everything to play for, but it's City, and
yeah,
your whole idea was to get a 0-0 here, or maybe a counter attack, get 1-0. Now you're behind. You have to initiate the attack. And when you initiate attack on City,
yeah.
they will pick
Smart.
holes because you have to be expensive. You need to be expensive. Um, you have to hope the time where you're expensive in attack that you score. Because if you don't score, City will counter the hell out of you. They will counter
Yeah.
you, and it will be gone, done and dusted. That's what I'm worried about because City are absolutely ruthless. Unless, as Shubra's saying here, Pep's brain fart incoming. Look, I don't know. I don't know, man. I thought there was a brain fart that's going to happen in that second half, but they stayed calm. They stayed calm, and they finally got that penetration through the
Yeah.
middle. Um, We'll see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us till the end of this particular watch along. I will be dropping the preview to our game, Chelsea versus Real Madrid, within the next 5 minutes. So do stick around for that if you can. I know it's quite late, but it is what it is. Time differences are a bit of a bitch, I suppose. Sorry about that
Yeah.
particular word. It is what it is. Um,
Yeah.
Advay, thank you so much. Tomorrow
Yeah.
we shall see. We'll start the streaming 30 minutes before kickoff. Ladies and gentlemen, I expect each
100%.
and every one of you guys to be there. It's going to be mad. Advay, the Real Madrid fan, myself, Chelsea fan. There'll be Ishan as well, back into the group, who's also a Chelsea fan, as you guys know. So it's going to be good. Already we're outnumbering Advay 2-1, 2v1
Yeah.
in the studio. So we'll see what happens.
I will always be outnumbered here. I mean, I'm in Chelsea, full Chelsea territory. So,
You're in
you know
Chelsea
what? I like
territory,
it.
bro.
Let's go. It's okay. I mean, let's see.
I love
I
it.
just
I
hope
love it.
it.
The man,
If
the
it's,
man is
I
not
just
scared.
hope. Yeah. I just hope it's not something like too much of one-sided thing. So where you guys are just celebrating, and I'm just silent the whole time. So I just don't want that to happen.
I would love that. I would love that from my
Yeah, I know
perspective, to
you
be
would.
honest.
Yeah, yeah, I
Um,
know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Liverpool has won that particular match 3-1. So they're
Yeah.
going to be, yeah, taking that lead. They're through. They're through. So, yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'll see you guys very soon. Take care
See you
and
guys.
see you.
See you tomorrow.